I'm on Patreon, and Patreon is a platform where I will upload interesting videos where you can learn astrology. And this is an exclusive Patreon only membership videos where you will get some interesting takes on Vedic astrology, some interesting learning on Vedic astrology, which I can usually will not upload on general YouTube platform. So that will help me grow as a channel, and that will help me take care of the cost of production of this YouTube channel and the other two channels that I have, Punneit Astrology Hindi and Lifetime Soul. Connect with me on Patreon and we will grow, and I will give you much more deep insights on Vedic astrology, and lot more secrets will be shared there. Hello seekers, welcome to Punneit Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. Continuing with planetary conjunction series, let's talk more about Venus and Ketu conjunction. I'm getting a lot of requests to make video on this conjunction, so here it is. The reason why I'm getting requests is because Venus is the planet of love and relationship. Ketu is moksha. This is a completely opposite polarities trying to connect with each other. And on one hand, Venus represents Maya. On the other hand, Ketu is something that helps you get out of this Maya. And what happens when these two opposite forces come in contact with each other? How to understand and analyze this situation? Let's try to find that out. But before that, do not forget to hit subscribe if you are new to this channel. And if you are already a subscriber, please like this video and share the video among family and friends, and watch the other videos and explore the world of Vedic astrology. And if you want to take my consultation, drop me an email. The email ID is in the description box below. And to follow me on Instagram and Telegram channel, where I update all the links and also some interesting short videos. Do watch me there for reels and short updates. Let's begin with Venus and Ketu conjunction. Venus is a planet of emotion. Why? Because Venus represents relationships. In any relationship, you need to involve emotions. It is love, affection. It is the care that you have for an object, a person, or about yourself. Shukra is also represented by Shukracharya, the Daitya Guru. But Venus is a benefic planet. Benefic in terms of material gains, material wealth. Venus is also Tantra. That means using the spiritual power to manifest material gains. Venus also represents any kind of lust, desire, marriage, children, marriage-related things, family life. In Kalpurush, Venus rules 2nd and 7th house, your family and your marriage. So definitely this energy of Venus is more material, something that helps you connect with this world, something that helps you run this world, sustain this world. Henceforth, it is one of the most prominent and very important planet in Vedic astrology. Without the grace of Venus, you won't be able to enjoy the material world, enjoy this world at all. And if Venus becomes bad, usually people face problems in their marriage, relationships, getting connected with people, and they tend to actually end up suffering a lot in their personal life. On the other hand, Ketu is a very unique planet, a highly misunderstood planet. See, Ketu is called a remnant of something. It is a tail. It is a tail of Rahu, Sarvahanu. Rahu represents all senses and sensory organs except the sense of touch, because touch is skin and Ketu is a headless planet. What does it represent? It represents that Ketu is free from most of the sensory organs and sensory inputs, and therefore it doesn't have to experience them and doesn't evaluate the world the way you can evaluate, the way Rahu will evaluate. Ketu is more about feeling something. Ketu is more about having to experience an object, having to experience an event in life, to absorb the circumstance and go within. If you see, the nakshatra of Ketus are ruled by Ketu are really very very heavy nakshatras. Ashwini nakshatra in the Aries zodiac sign, then Magha nakshatra in the Leo zodiac sign, and then Moola nakshatra, one of the most strongest nakshatra in the Sagittarius zodiac sign, but all three are very important nakshatras. Ketu has this force of detachment. Ketu cuts, Ketu breaks it away, and Ketu takes you to the path of moksha, spirituality. Whenever Venus and Ketu will combine, especially if they are within 5 degrees of conjunction, then you will see that the power of spirituality in your horoscope will be very high. But you have to understand and consider a couple of facts here. Ketu is always retrograde, but whereas Venus can be direct or retrograde. If these two planets are headed towards each other, that means Venus is at lower degree and Ketu is at higher degree. Say for example, Venus is at 18 degree and Ketu is at 20 degree. Then Ketu will reduce its degree whereas Venus will increase its degree. So they are on a collision path. On the other hand, if Venus is at higher degree and Ketu is at lower degree, that means they are trying to separate itself. Depending upon what kind of placement you have is what you will see the behavior, that kind of behavior will be reflected in your life. Now Venus is material world and Ketu is something that takes you away from the material world. So Venus and Ketu simply means you cannot enjoy this life, you cannot enjoy the material plane. In spite of you having all the possible gains, provided Venus is positive, Ketu will ensure that you will have to detach. So wherever you will have an affection, wherever you will have your emotion getting attached, Ketu will simply cut it off. It can happen in n number of ways. But whenever Ketu and Venus conjunction happens, it is Ketu that always wins. Because we are not in this world to enjoy and stay here forever. Venus makes us believe that this is the world, this is the matrix, and it's like the air we breathe and the food that we eat. We think that it is the reality. But if you see, it is not. Why? Well, going by Einstein's simple equation, E equals to mc square, well, everything is, if I take matter in any form, be it solid, liquid or gas, it can be converted into energy. So basically everything is energy, and I'm going to upload another video on my new channel, Lifetime's Soul, where I'm going to talk a bit about reality. So subscribe to that channel, the link is in the description box below. So if nothing is reality, then what is Venus trying to teach us? Well, Venus is trying to help us enjoy the luxury in this planet, because not everybody is on the path of, not everybody has evolved enough to be on the path of liberation or to understand spirituality in the first place. But definitely when you have Venus and Ketu, that means Ketu wants you to give up the qualities of Venus, give up the comfort of Venus and walk in a different path. Because Ketu is tail, Ketu is something that is remnant. So when you are born with Venus and Ketu conjunction, that means in this life, you are born with a karma where you have to focus anywhere else other than Venus. That means anything that is associated with Venus is kind of you have achieved in the past life, and in this life you are supposed to get deficit of that. It is definitely not a positive yoga, but it has to be made positive by understanding the inherent quality of this combination, and this combination and the possibilities of this combination will vary depending upon when Venus and Ketu are separated by higher degree or they are together. The true effect of Venus and Ketu will be felt when Venus and Ketu will be in the same Navamsha. Then they are going hand in hand. Then you will love spirituality. See, whenever you have Venus and Ketu, you cannot empower Ketu because Ketu is already powered up. Ketu will do what he is supposed to do. Ketu is devoid of any senses. Remember, if you don't have any sense organ, what will you do with the luxury? How will you enjoy it? What will you feel? The only way you can feel is with the sixth sense. You have to go within. You have to cross the dimension, and then you enjoy the other world. You enjoy the inner beauty. You enjoy the inner self. So you have to empower Venus so that you are able to enjoy, but then you have to find spirituality in anything and everything that you do, especially in relationships and marriages. You may get married because of a positive Venus, maybe a positive placement on Ketu, maybe Jupiter aspects Venus and Ketu, maybe Jupiter is at 2 degree, whereas Venus and Ketu in the same house is at 20-21 degree. Because of the positive influence on Venus and Ketu, you may end up getting married, but you will see that after some time you will feel detached. You will not be able to relate yourself, or maybe the sense of marriage will never come. You will question this institution in the first place. So you should always empower Venus without touching Ketu, because Ketu is doing what he is supposed to do. He is doing his job, his role, his karma. It is you who have to correct Venus. And how to correct Venus? Because you have to live this life by the energies of the Ketu, then you correct Venus by loving the spirituality. By loving what you are doing. By not attaching yourself with anything, and then experimenting with life spiritually. Going into ashram, doing meditation, following brahmacharya, doing yoga, pranayam practices, living this world, living this life as if you are watching a movie. You are in it, but you are also not in it. Quite difficult, but this is exactly what it will make you do. And by chance you go under Venus Mahadasha, or especially Ketu Mahadasha, your life will become completely detached from the reality, and the entire 7 years of Ketu Mahadasha you will struggle with this material plane. You will question your own identity. You will not find material success coming to you in a positive way. I'm not saying that you will become completely poor, or it will make you homeless or something, unless Venus is completely bad. If Venus is positive, say for example, Ketu and Venus conjunction happens in the sign of Taurus or Libra, Venus is completely fine. So you will be having a good, decent life with decent facilities, but Ketu will not allow you to enjoy that. So the best thing is that you have it, you know you have it, use it for the purpose you have it. You have a phone, use it for calls, but never hold your phone and say, wow, what a phone I have. Then the next day you will see that the phone will either break or will stop functioning. Because Ketu will closely watch all your attachments. Ketu will watch your material footprint of life, and Ketu will simply erase it. You can't blame Ketu. Ketu is exactly for this. And if Venus and Ketu happens to be in 6th house, 8th house or 12th house in your horoscope, especially, remember this, especially from Moon, if Venus and Ketu is 6th, 8th or 12th, or when Venus and Ketu happens to be with Moon, that is one of the most difficult placement of this planet, which completely makes you spiritual, and not even one relationship will be there where you can say that he or she is my own. Although there can be hundreds of people around you, but you will not be connected with anyone, because you are here to explore the world of spirituality and find out the path of moksha. See, very few people understand that finding the path of moksha starts with understanding the Maya. If you don't know how to swim, you will not be able to cross the river to go to the other shore. You know what we do? We wait for a boat. That God will come with a boat, and He will take me. Without me swimming into the waters, He will just take me to the other shore. If that was the real purpose of our existence on this planet, then why do we exist? We exist because we have to explore this Maya to learn something from it. I've made a dimensional video. The link of that video is in the description box below, and also in the pinned comment section. Watch that video where I've explained about 3rd, 4th and 5th dimension, and what it is exactly Rahu and Ketu doing here. It's a shadow, right? It's actually reducing the dimension. So when Venus and Ketu goes, anything and everything reduces by 1 dimension. It's like when you want a camera in real life, you get a photo of camera. This is camera. You cannot experience it. So whenever Venus and Ketu happens to be together, you have to be very much sure of your actions, first of all. You have to be extremely positive about everything in your life, second thing. Third thing, you have to love what you do irrespective
of what you're doing and without getting attached. Now this is very difficult. This Venus and Ketu is selfless love. Now I may sound contradictory, but when I say you have Venus and Ketu, I will say you are blessed because you are the one who can love selflessly without any emotions attached. You are the one who give real help. You are the one who can actually understand the meaning of love because you feel deficit of love. You feel deficit of companion. You feel deficit of a life partner in life, somebody who can understand, so you know what is the pain of not getting understood. Then you will understand everybody in a much better way. That's the first attempt. You give others what you are lacking. That means you are doing selfless sacrifice, and then you are doing something that your planet is asking you to do. When Venus and Ketu goes in 2nd and 7th house in your horoscope, you will see that you are not connected with your family. And then one of the most difficult placement of Venus and Ketu, what I have felt, is in the 11th house. Why? And 11th and 4th house. Why? Because first of all, Venus and Ketu in 11th house, especially what it means is that it is going to impact your source of income and it will break your expectations. No matter what you expect from life, something different will happen. And you are not going to love it. Initially, Venus and Ketu, people till the age of 36 will really struggle from life because they don't know what to do with that. Only when they grow old is when the Venus becomes matured, and then Venus embraces Ketu that, okay, fine. If this is what it is, I will live by it. So if you have Venus and Ketu conjunction, the best way is to improve the qualities of Venus by appreciating what you have and loving everybody, not getting attached to anybody, having a universal feeling, and then trying to improve your personality by looking good, because Venus is how you look and feel. So try to appreciate yourself, try to look good, try to feel good, wear good clothes with whatever personality you have, and try to make the best version of yourself. And then follow the path of spirituality. If you want to have a peaceful married life, marry a spiritual partner, where marriage itself is a spiritual process and not a process where you have a regular married life. Otherwise, you will end up spending life with your partner, but deep inside there will be a gap, there will be a detachment, and you will be like, the gap will always be there. Don't try to fill that gap. See, that is a problem with Venus and Ketu. People want to fill the gap of Venus and Ketu. You will never be able to fill the gap. You need to appreciate that gap. Because once you understand the gap will vanish. Then you will realize that Ketu is not a planet in reality, but Ketu is rather your own self shadow. And this is the shadow where you are leaving the planet, leaving the Venusian quality, and therefore, with smaller things, appreciating the smaller beauty, you understand Maya. When you understand Maya, you will know how to get out of it. Then you get the true moksha. Make the best use of it. So guys, that was a quick analysis on Venus and Ketu conjunction. I hope you like this, and do share your comments in the comment section below. Also like the channel, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe, and we'll meet in the next video. Till then, this is your host Puneet. Namaste.